Welcome to my channel and welcome to your Change Your Life by Exploring Your Story adventure. Rather a long title, maybe let's shorten it, shall we, to Change Your Life? No? Explore Your Story adventure. So for those of you who do know me already, hi! Nice to see you again, and for those of you who have not yet met me face to face, and there are quite a few of you, hi! I'm Gill D'achada. I'm your guide on this adventure, and I'm the one who wrote the book that is acting as the map for this whole journey. So very warm welcome to you. If you are one of those people who just happened on this channel and you have no idea at all what the Explore Your Story adventure is all about, I'll post the relevant blog links to the blog posts below in the box, and you can go and check it out, and you're more than welcome to join us. We'd love to have you with us. So why explore your story when actually we're exploring my story and we're reading my book? Well, the truth is we do all have a story, and we have a story with God. And you know, even people who've never met the Lord yet, even people who are unsaved, have a story with God, they just don't know it yet. It's like once you meet the Lord, you see His fingerprints and you see His hand in your life all the years, and that's one of the most precious things, isn't it? I'm sure that most of you can testify to that. It's like, wow, I could actually see how God was working in my life all along to bring me to this place. And the only thing that really happens when you get saved or born again is your eyes are opened to be able to see God in your life. So let us pray together that along this journey that we're taking, our eyes will be opened to see the Lord in our life. And when we remember our story and when we meditate upon it, we will be filled with faith and filled with joy once again. But why have I called it an adventure? Well, to be honest, it's because I'm not exactly sure where this journey is going to take us. Don't get me wrong, I have an idea of the road that we're going to travel on, and we have the map with us, which is my story. But I don't know exactly when we're going to go off that road and do a bit of bundu bashing. I'm pretty sure we are going to do some bundu bashing along the way, because I'm depending a lot on your feedback to me as we go along on this journey. What you feedback to me is going to dictate, or at least inform, what I cover in the following week. So for example, next week, I can tell you now, we are going to be looking a lot at the faithfulness of God, because that has been the majority of the feedback that I've got from people who have read my book and who have said, wow, the overarching idea that I got from it was God's faithfulness, which is amazing, because that is why I wrote it. I don't know all of you as well as I know some others, so some of you might be thinking, well, I've signed up for this thing. I read this woman's story, and I have to say there are some rather peculiar moments in that story. Now she's saying she doesn't even know where we're going, so maybe this is a good time for me to bail out and just quietly slip away before anybody notices. Well, yeah, look, let me just say that I know, I'm very aware that there are some very unusual moments in that story. And a lot of people would think to themselves, well, that's never happened to me. It's not even close. I mean, flying over Table Mountain in a panel van. Like, maybe if you'd said you'd gone in a fiery chariot, I could have... No. What am I saying? Flying over Table Mountain is just, period, odd. Difficult to believe, hard to swallow. So I'm aware of that. And you don't hear those kind of things very often in your average Sunday service. But you know what? At the risk of sounding, I don't know, hyper spiritual, they are actually biblical. They are actually biblical experiences, and almost without fail, more biblical than a lot of what does go on in the average Sunday service. I'm just being naughty when I say that, you know. I am on the leadership of a church myself, a love church. But you know what I mean. I'm trying to say that actually these things that happen to me are biblical. Furthermore, just to really make you feel at ease and comfortable that you're not being led astray by some weird, flaky, cultish person, I do also have a theological degree from a very, very conservative theological university. I did do my studies in Hebrew and in Greek, so I do know the word and what it says. And one of my most exciting things with you guys on this journey is going to be to show you where all these things are found in the Word, and how we can have a greater expectation of the things of God than maybe what we do right now. But having said that, this adventure is definitely not just going to all be about the supercalifragilistic. I could say that so well and effortlessly as a child. My tongue seems to have got thicker the older I've got. The supercalifragilistic things of God, the wow moments, because there are many other moments in life besides those. But I do want to spend some time exploring those as well. I do want to spend time exploring heaven and exploring death and exploring the realm of the spirit, because that is also part of our journey with God. And I know many of you maybe don't go there much, so we're going to go there together, as well as some of the other places. As you've looked at the cover of my book, you will have noticed that it's also, come to think of it now, got rather a long title, Brighter Than the Noonday Sun. Obviously, why? Because that is how I encountered the Lord when I was 28. And it's got a sort of subtitle, Heaven is Our Home, A True Story. And that's one thing I have to say to you, that constantly undergirding everything that I am, that I do, that I think, that I'm engaged with, underneath my feet is kind of this sense of the pathway that's leading me home to heaven, which is your home as well, not just mine. And when you get there, then you'll know that. But I'm on my way home. That is my ultimate goal of life. So please keep me accountable that I make the most of every minute that I have here on the earth. Because once you're there, you're there. There's no living by faith. There's no making a difference. Everything's perfect there. You don't need to make much of a difference to anything there. And I will keep you accountable to make sure that you are making the most of every minute of your day, so that when you enter into glory, it'll be with a huge hurrah and no regrets whatsoever. I know that we're all in a different place. One of the things that has stirred me to do this right now is because I'm aware that the hearts of many are growing cold. As it says in the scriptures, in the last days, the hearts of many will grow cold. I feel my own heart growing cold. It's like the big freeze, you know. It feels like with global warming is coming the big freeze of the heart. And I know that some of you are, I'm going to be honest here, guys, some of you are so far away from God that it's frightening. I would almost count you amongst the lost, though I know you aren't. But to all intents and purposes, the way you're living and the way you're feeling about God, your heart towards Him is so cold. It's scary. And I feel that. I feel that myself. So this is an attempt to come away from that place. It's an attempt to journey into warmer climes, if you'd like to put it that way. Now, others of you, of course, are so red hot and on fire for God that it's frightening in another way. It's like, whoa, shouldn't I be? Yeah, I should be. So, you know, that's why it's a journey together. Please leave comments. Write up your story. I would love it that if at the end of this adventure we could all publish a book together that contained all of our stories. That would be so amazing, and I think very encouraging for other women. So that's our goal for this adventure. Our goal for this adventure is that we would just draw close to God again, that His fire would catch our hearts on fire again, that we would once again find Him and Christian life and the life of faith to be the most exciting, blow everything else out the window place to be. Sometime this week, go over to my blog. There is a lot more, not just this video, but there are instructions, there are little exercises to do, there are more notes. There's a lot more on my blog for this week. So go and have a look at all of that. And until next time, Avante!